I'm a bit late to the party for this video, but the player autograph capsules being released brings up a lot of questions. Are we going to see a sale? If not, are these things profitable and should you even be looking at them as investments? So in today's video, we're going to cover all of that. So as always, if you enjoy, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And finally, quickly before we get into it, be sure to check out my sponsor, Skinport. Skinport is a CSGO marketplace where you can find items up to 30% off in CSGO, and some even better discounts really. For example, if you're looking for a new knife, you can get an M9 bayonet on Skinport for only $405, while on the Steam market you're going to be paying $532, so you'll save around 25% on an expensive knife on Skinport. And of course, you can also sell your skins for real money as well, only a 6% selling fee on items over $1,000 and 12% on items under $1,000. So please stop getting ripped off on the Steam market and sign up for Skinport today with that link in the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, these capsules aren't on sale right when they were released, even though I thought they were going to be, of course. So since the major's already over, it seems really interesting that they're not just put on sale right away. Why even put them in at the $1 point? Of course, I still do think they are going to go on sale probably sometime soon, maybe in the next few weeks if I had to guess, if even that long. I assume Valve just wants to farm some money while they're at the $1 price point for a while, as the normal capsules haven't been in the game for really too long either, so they just want to milk it for a bit longer. And because of this, I've actually noticed a really interesting recurring pattern in stickers the first few hours they're released, whether with golden team stickers or with player stickers. And for example, well, this pattern is really simple, and no pun intended actually, as we look at these simple gold stickers from the Stockholm Major. They start off at an absurdly high price, dip off until they've been out for somewhere around 15 hours, and then start picking back up again. From lows of $75 to highs of $130 in just 12 hours time difference from their bottoming out point. So it's very interesting, but why am I even pointing this out? I mean, obviously $75 to $130 is a huge difference in price, but it's not like you're going to be buying 50, 100 of these and selling them from $75 to $130. There's not enough people buying them. And even though we might not see the same exact trend in the future, it is something very important to pay attention to, because it presumably happens because a huge amount of people unbox these things right when they get released and right when the update comes out with them. And of course, there's going to be tons of hype built up with so many people talking about the update right away, and buyers are going to want to get in right away, or at least some of them, as we've seen before. And as less golds are unboxed after the first 15 hours or so, as we saw in the chart, we're going to see price start to increase as there's going to be more buyers and sellers, as presumably most of these things, or I mean not most of them, but a lot of them were unboxed in just the first few hours of the update. And after that 15-hour point, as we see in this, you could potentially even double your money. So if you unbox something about an hour or two after the update gets released, holding off until past the 15-hour point and waiting to see where the peak past that point is in roughly the next 12-hour period or so could be the difference of like $55 to $60, because once again, you could sell at that $75 point or potentially that $130 point. Obviously, a pretty big difference, especially for just a 12-hour wait and if you're keeping your eye on the charts. This isn't necessarily something I would once again dump my money into and buy like 10 of these gold stickers on the market, because even if you do it at the lowest price, number one, Steam tax is going to destroy you and not really make it profitable, as you then have to convert that to real money. But once again, if you unbox something, if it's not within the first hour or two when they're really at their peak at the very beginning when they get released, hold off maybe until like the, I don't know what I say, 15 hours. So maybe around the 20-hour point, look at it again. If it's at a, like, I guess, marginally better high price, and you can potentially sell there, because it can make you a pretty solid bit of money. But definitely not necessarily something to just invest into on the dip unless you're maybe buying one of them. Even with the Steam tax, it's going to take a lot out of your profits. But once again, just mainly something for unboxers to look at and sell them when we rebound, just like we saw this time around. And it's pretty much just something to keep in mind when the next major comes around, as obviously we're not really going to get a chance to do this again anytime soon. But next up, let's talk about the 75% off sale now and what exactly it would mean for investors. Well, if we've learned anything from the disaster that was for investors with the RMR stickers, it's that we most definitely should not be buying if there is a sale anymore. I've seen way too many people talking about, wow, these stickers look really good, maybe even better than Cato 14s, they're going to be great investments and make me a ton of money. Well, I hate to rain on your parade, but that is not how investing works or just making money in general. It doesn't matter how good these things look. If there's too much supply, it's going to completely overrun demand, which means of course that the price is going to fall. It's not too difficult of a concept to understand, and it's definitely one you have to understand if you want to make money investing. If you want an example of this with skin investing, I can give you one as well. Op fades. These things have absolutely crashed in price throughout their existence, throughout and past the point of Operation Broken Fang. They were the most hyped skin out of the 3 collections that came with the operation, and this caused it to hit its price today, which is somewhere around half the price it peaked at during the operation. And I'm not just saying these things were hyped out of my own opinion, of course. The supply is insane, like compared to other skins from the collections. Nearly 10,000 of them exist. And for comparison, if we look back at Shattered Web, only about 1/3 of that exists in Gungnir. So it's just absurd how many of these exist. And sure, they might look sick, but when there's that much supply, you can't expect price to keep up with it. Now, I'm not saying op fades are a dead investment. I've covered this in the past. I think they could definitely go up, and I'm still holding on to mine. But once you have this much supply of something, it's going to be a lot more strenuous of, I guess, a chart to look at, or just holding onto the skin. You better be ready to hold on for a much longer period of time. Same with RMR stickers. I don't think they're just all going to keep going down to 3 cents. There's an absurd amount of supply, so it'll take a very long time for them to get back up, but it's not like an investment like that is just completely dead. But the main point is that if Valve gives players too much choice, whether for the major or an operation of items they can get, which of course we got this time around with the major as well, as the Champions capsule with simple stickers is going to have absurdly high supply, as it is just 5 players with their own capsules, or I guess own stickers in one capsule rather, and another capsule with only 35 players, 7 teams, and a sale probably coming not too far out. There's just going to be way too much supply and nowhere near as many people wanting to go to stickers, no matter how good they look. Remember, these capsules are probably only going to cost 25 cents each. Anyone can buy them, and anyone can buy them in mass for that price. So overall, in my opinion, I would just not touch these capsules as investments at all. I am just going to stay away from them completely. I've covered in previous videos that older operation skins could be great to look at for the time, as the CS economy seems to be recovering quite well. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video on that, but either way, I still think they're a great thing to keep your eye on, and probably the main thing to keep your eye on right now, whether for Shattered Web, Broken Fang, or earlier. So yeah, besides that, I think that does wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and of course, check out the homies over at Skinport. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.